Hi, Mike Bev, and this is part 2 of ranking Little Mermaid dolls. Like before, it excludes live action and I believe Hasbro, because I don't believe the two databases that I used had Hasbro dolls in it. I will link both of them in there. I am 20% sure that by the time I do this, they will both have been linked in there in the description. But anyways, last little notes before we begin. This is my opinion, so obviously if you have different ones, let me know, because I'm always interested in hearing, but this is all quite biased because it's based on things that I might like. I found that when I was ranking Little Mermaid, I was very biased with them, and like so many of them went towards like the negative slash bottom end versus putting them like really high. And I felt like with Cinderella I had so many that I was like, I want up high, and I definitely, like, as I've been going through, have been having that where like a lot of them are getting put low, and I just am more picky on the ones that I want at the top. Anyways, moving on to slide 78. Again, most of them have at least 4, so some of them have like 3 to 5 on each side. So 78, here they are. This is the bath one. She, again, the thing that I said in the last video is a lot of these, even though they're plastic and like some of them are like, I really like their designs, they just, this one right here is chunky. It's like a chunky plastic. I don't like how it looks, especially around her waist. Like, I don't know, I just feel like a mermaid should like be like seamless, or there should be something around the waist, and this doesn't look like there's anything to kind of like give it a reason why it should be like thick over her waist. I don't know. I think there's also a button that she's supposed to have, but maybe that's just how her bra is. But she's a bath one, so like I get it. It's for the functioning purpose of like playing in the bath, but when it comes to like me, I personally display my dolls rather than play with them. And even though I do really like gimmicky stuff, like I love doll gimmicks, and they tend to get a little bit higher on lists because I like some of the gimmicks that there are. This one, like, for me, doesn't really have a purpose because I don't really take my dolls in the bath. So other than it would be nice to fix her up, not super interested, but still pretty cute. The next one is swimming. She is very cute. I like the details on her tail, and I feel bad because she's pretty low on the list still, but I like her face as well. I think this is a Disney one. I will, as I go through, I will try to tell if I can recognize it. I'll tell you. She possibly has a gimmick on her. I feel like there's a little button there. I think that the designs on her are cute and nice, and I think they're decent. I like her face, but again, she's very plasticky. And compared to some of the others, I'm gonna say I'm pretty biased when it comes to mermaids. I like mermaids that you don't have to like I don't know what, maybe, okay, start over. I like mermaids that have tails that come off where there's feet underneath. Obviously, like, if they have a fabric tail, that's fine. Like, I'm fine. Like, I like that. And I think if they have plastic, it's fine. But I am more biased. I do prefer a doll who you can, like, remove her tail and make her human. I really liked the mermaid high dolls, but I display them all ways in the mermaids rather than the human ones. But I really like that they have the option to put on a skirt and become human. So I'm biased here. That's why a lot of these will probably be a little bit lower as well. Then we have one next to it. I think it's pretty much the same except a different face mold. She has a lot of the very same like stuff on her tail, the extra details. I think there's different colors or different lighting. Her face is definitely different though, but I like the darker color scheme a little bit better. We have this one, Ocean Friends. I'm a little bit biased because I do really like the new Mattel. I actually really like Mattel's faces. Every time, like, I don't know, I favor their faces. I really like this one. I think the tail being fabric at the end is really cute. I like that there is some detail on her tail as well. I don't always like it, but I don't think it's a bad thing here, but it is lower. So take that with what you will. I do think that there is a bend in the tail, which I feel like a lot of them don't have, but she's cute. This one is also really cute. I think it's very much new Mattel, like I feel like 20 something. Sorry, this one's C Friends, but it says SEE instead of SEA. My bad. Anyways, she's cute here. She actually kind of looks more her age. I can see the molded detail in the tail, which is nice, and I like the added details there. Also looks like she comes with Sebastian, maybe other fish, I can't tell, but that's cute. Very simple though, very simple design. Anyways, then we have the tiara. Nope, bubble tiara Ariel. Looks like it comes with other items. Her tail is bent, which is kind of annoying. I used to not like the Fairytopia mermaids that had the bent tails, but they're really growing on me. But I put her higher because she has fabric tail. Pretty much the only reason, other than that she has a Hasbro face. I really think when I was going through, I didn't love the added detail there, and I still don't. Like, that's why it's lower. I don't think it's a bad thing. It's very, I don't know, different. But I was trying to be nice, okay? Next, we have these. Looks like maybe, okay, either she has a bend or that's just how it is. It's, under the sea carriage. Sorry, that part of it's cut off. So it's a carriage one. These dolls tend to, when they do extra designs or extra stuff, like they get more budgety. Her tail's a different color, which I don't love, which is probably why she's lower. I did rank these a while ago, so I gotta kind of remember. She's cute. She's simple. It's very chunky plastic though. The next one, she has like an ombre tail. She's fine. It's swimming adventures. Again, a lot of Ariel dolls are meant to be like water play, I think. So they have very simple things, which is always really nice. I used to take dolls in the water and then I'd have to like soak out their clothes. Nope. Rinse out their, nope. Let's let them air dry. Okay, I can't think of what I'm trying to think of, but it's nice that they don't come with like fabric and stuff. But again, if I'm displaying them, I'd like them to have clothing, okay? So anyways, then we have this glitter glow Ariel, which is crazy that I put her so low because there are the Hasbro dolls where the dresses have like designs from the movie that I absolutely love. So you'd think that I'd love this, but for whatever reason, I think it just looks not great. I don't love how it looks here, and I think it's because it's like on the doll rather than like on a dress. So yeah, that's why that's here. We have this one, Sparkle and Splash. She's cute. I think she's fine. She's got flounder on her, again, like a movie scene or like movie reference. I don't know, but it's fine. But I wish that it wasn't just all plastic. And then the last one for this page is Color Change Spa. Again, crazy thing, I use talk to text, and I have, I think, the Australian Siri, so that's why they always spell color like that. Fun little fact. It took me a while to figure out because I thought I was spelling color wrong. Anyways, she's got fabric in her. You can also see some color change in the hair, which is cute. Again, I like gimmicky dolls. I like the face. I like the colors that they chose. But again, a lot of very plasticky plastic. We've got this one, Spin and Swim. Fun. She spins and swims. You can actually see the little cut in her waist. She's cute. I like that little detail on the top of her waist, like the beads, like the pink ones. I think that looks cute. This one is Sparkling Lagoon. Again, very chunky plastic details. I actually don't mind the weird skirt piece that they have. I think that's interesting and fun and different, and Hasbro face gets higher because I actually really like Hasbro's faces that they use, so I am pretty biased. But as I'm doing more and more of the rankings, I think I get less biased on the faces because I'm like, I can't put it all high because of their face. But definitely early on, I definitely realized it was Cinderella and Ariel. That is quite biased, but I still really like it. I do like the little skirt piece though. I like the color choice as well, and the designs in her tail. I feel like sometimes the designs for the tail are not my favorite. We have Bath Beauty, again, another bath one. She's got a little bit of detail at the top of her waist. I like that you can see that she can sit down because I'm not sure if the rest can like sit down properly, but I like it all that has at least a little bit of articulation. Also, her top color is cute. I also like that she has a crown. This one's very cute. It's Ariel's Treasure. She actually has Flounder and I think Sebastian on her tail, which I said I didn't love the idea of that. That's why it's so low on the list, but I think it's really cute, the doll, I should say. And I think that it's fun, but like also compared to the others, I just don't love it. I'm sorry, but okay, but this one's higher because I love her face. I also love the color choice, okay? Next, we have Color Change Reveal, another color change one. I'm going to assume it's Mattel. I like the color choice. I like the choices that they do. I feel like they always get Ariel's fin and tail wrong, which I don't think that this is a good like match, but I like the color choice, okay? Sometimes they do like either like a bluey green, or they'll do too much green, or they'll do too much blue. And I feel like this is decent. This one looks like it's fabric. It's Shimmering Song. I assume she sings by the button on her chest. She has some fabric, it looks like, which is nice, so I gotta put it higher. We have Seas Styled. I'm not sure if that's actually what it's supposed to be called, but she's got fabric, and that is nice. I actually love the pink dress that she has there, so she made it here. She's adorable. I like the tail as well. Do I love the tail way that they did the scales? No, that's why she's lower on the list, but she's still quite cute. This is Royal Bath. They did quite a few of these where they come with like loofahs, and I think that's absolutely adorable. Ariel at least is having like, I think she has a fin here, which kind of makes somewhat sense versus the others, it being their tutu. I don't know, but she's cute here. I don't mind her, but she's still, again, lower on my list. Crazy enough, they made it a part 2. Shimmering Lights. It looks like her tail lights up. Again, I'm a sucker for gimmicks. I think that she's quite cute. I like the face, I like the hair, I like the color choice. I think I've looked up what the shimmer gimmick looks like, the lights, I should say. And she looks fine. Then we have Ariel's Royal Vanity Set. I actually really like the vanity set. When I was going through some of these to look at the play sets, I was like, I really would like to be able to have a bunch of like doll houses and then just take random play sets and put it in and not have the colors match, because I think that would look so fun. Just like take the vanity set and the rest of the house is like pink, but this is like very bright colors. I just think that's so fun. So the vanity set is getting me. I really think it's cute. The doll, I can't tell if she has a fabric top or a molded top or a plastic top, but nonetheless, I think the color choices are quite cute. Especially because I feel like we don't really see her in like an orangey yellow, but nonetheless, because the skirt piece looks kind of gross, like plastic papery material, you know what I mean? She did get lower on the list, but I like when they do like some differentness, because I can still tell that it's supposed to be Ariel, even though it's not really her color choices. Ariel's Grotto. I'm curious on what that actually is supposed to be. You can tell I use talk to text. This one's cute, very simple design, very simple look. She's fine. Yeah, don't have anything else to say other than very simple. Next we have Rainbow Reveal, maybe Ariel. This one I feel like I've seen before. Like I've seen this look, the way that her tail is. It kind of reminds me of like those like slug fidget toys. I'm not sure if that's how you actually like it works, but that's what it's reminding me of here. And I think it looks quite cute, but again, it's a lot of plastic, and like just plastic chunkiness. And again, I would much prefer fabric. Okay, I'd much prefer fabric. Nonetheless, I would still get most of these dolls. We are making it somewhere. We are making it somewhere, everybody. I feel like we're getting close to being out of the fabric or plasticky range, but maybe not. So we have color, another color change one. She looks quite cute. I like the little thing that she's holding. I assume it's to dump water on her. I like her little weird chunky thing around her waist. I think that's an interesting decision, but again, quite plasticky. We have a Royal Celebration. This one I actually am very excited. Like when I saw her, I was like, wow. I am pretty sure her tail is plastic, but maybe it is fabric. Okay, maybe it's fabric. I can't tell. I think the thing around her waist, she doesn't really have that in the movie, but I think that it looks really cute, and I like the top, that the top has straps, and I just think that she looks really pretty here. The next one I can't really tell. I'm curious if it's fabric, but it's Magical Water Princess, which makes me think it's molded on, but she's got a really pretty face, and I think that's why she's above the other one. She's got something around her waist, gold, which is fun and cute. We're on to Eric's. We have Prince Eric 2 and Eric 1. They're wearing their typical outfit. I'm curious on why I put this one first above this one when I don't like that his thing's longer. Maybe I didn't notice it. Okay, pretend that those are switched. But anyways, Prince Eric's very simple. I think he's wearing the everyday look. Maybe the sailor look, what he wears when he meets her. I don't remember, but I don't think it's the wedding one. But now that I'm looking, maybe it is the wedding one, because that's clearly the wedding doll. Okay, anyways, this one, the wedding one, Dream and Play Wedding. I actually think Ariel looks fine, but I don't like wedding outfits. I know if you saw my Cinderella one, you'd say, are you sure you don't like wedding ones? I'm sorry. But, the Ariel looks fine. She looks decent, but it's pretty much a white dress, and I don't like Eric. I don't like that he has molded on pants. I don't like that. I don't like the Daring that I had from Ever After High that has molded on pants. Well, actually, no, I actually really like Daring, but it disappointed me that he had that. So this disappoints me. I think Ariel looks fine. She'd be higher, and I think that's why they're higher, because he should be a lot lower. This one is Eric, and he just looks weird and old, and I don't like him at all. I think his outfit's fine, but I just don't like his face. And then this wedding day one, the reason why I put it here, because I think that it's pretty well designed and stuff. I just don't love the dress that she's wearing, but also I feel like it's accurate to the movie. Actually, I don't know how old Eric's supposed to be, but she looks 13 and he looks 30 here. That's my thoughts. That's why it's so low. She looks so young. Like, Tycho made such young Ariel dolls, and then Eric looked so old almost every time that Tycho did it. So this is Tycho. I believe it's Tycho. I'm pretty sure it's Tycho. Anyways, then we have long hair Ariel. I think this is by Simba. She's quite cute though, but I don't like sequins on mermaid tails. I don't like chunky sequins on dolls, and I don't like it when they do it for her tail. The doll itself is fine, just not a big fan of the sequins. This is Ariel. I think it's Disney, maybe? Again, she's got sequins, which is why she's here. Other than that, the base doll's fine. This one is Pink Fin. Again, she has sequins, which is why she's here. But she's quite cute. Other than that, I like that they did a pink and orange look. They did something outside of what she typically wears. She's fine. Just not the sequins. This one, I really wanted to like her. I just don't like the musical one. I'm sorry. I just think that the fin's really big, and I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of it when I saw it. Then we have doll number 4. I think these two are supposed to be Simba, maybe. And they're fine. I don't love that the fin is like up. Like, I feel like her fin's supposed to be down. Do you see it? Not fin. The part at her waist. I feel like it's supposed to be down instead of up, which is why I put them here. They look very similar, so I just put them by each other. One is doll number 1 and doll number 4. They're Simba, so they're kind of hard to sometimes identify like what their names are, so they usually put like doll 1 and 2, so that's why they're labeled like that. If you're ever wondering, I just used the Toy Sisters website. Anyways, the next two, they also look very similar. One's swimming and then the other was labeled Swimming Ariel. They have like a little articulation. It looks like they're supposed to be like the play gimmick, which I had a doll who had like the swimming play gimmick where you would like push her waist and then she would flap her fin. I think that's cute. But it's pretty much the same doll, so I just put them both here. Don't know why they're higher, but they're cute. I think they're fine. And this will be the last page that I go over. This is a Disney Store one. I don't like that thing by her waist, the pink part. I don't know. I just don't like it. Sorry. I don't have anything else to say. I'm sorry. But she's fine. Other than that, I just wish that her fin looked better. This one, I am kind of questioning why I put it here, because she looks absolutely beautiful. I think because like maybe the dress goes into a tail, and I don't like that. But the dress itself is quite cute. Yeah, I think that's gotta be what it is. She's fine though. I like her dress a lot though. This one and this one, both labeled princess. They just have really big, thick tails, and I feel like Ariel should have a thin tail because it's supposed to be like to her legs. I just don't like that it's so like poofy, thick. It's definitely giving 80s. I feel like everything in the 80s was like big. Anyways, that is all for this video. This is part 2 of ranking Ariel dolls. Stay tuned for more. I made it to slide 69, so we'll have more to go. There'll definitely be more than one part. I'll try to speak less, but I know I can't do that. Anyways, my friend, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts and let me know your ranking. And if you would put any in different places. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.